So my name is Rena, and I've been teaching Ashtanga Yoga for about 3.5 years now, and I've been practicing on and off for about 15 years. And I say it's an on and off relationship because it really feels like that. You know, you get into Ashtanga, and then you get into sort of a flow, you get to a regular practice, and then, you know, life happens and you fall out of it, and you keep coming back. And that's what was happening with me. I was trying out different styles of yoga, but I found myself kept coming back to this specific style. And the reason is because I noticed it was developing a certain degree of discipline, and I was started to develop more concentration and focus. And so that's why I just ended up sticking with Ashtanga, and then now I'm teaching it because it's really good. Any questions before we start? No? Okay. So this is sort of like if you ever had power, if you ever done power, it's very flowing. But we won't go too intense. So if you feel tired or you need to take a break, feel free, and then just come back to wherever we are. Okay? Perfect. So we're going to start with a chant. So in Ashtanga, we start with the opening chant. Okay, so we start at the top of the mat. Big toes touching. Leave space for your heels. And then just do your best to mimic, I guess, the rhythm. Okay? Great. So it's Om together, call and response, and then we end with Om together. Okay? Om. Vande Gurunam Charanadavinde. Vande Gurunam Charanadavinde. Sanda Shita Svatma Sukhavabode. Sanda Shita Svatma Sukhavabode. Nishreyase Jangalikaya Mane. Nishreyase Jangalikaya Mane. Samsara hala hala moha sanche. Samsara hala hala moha sanche. Abahu purusakaram. Abahu purusakaram. Sanda chakrasi dharenam. Sanda chakrasi dharenam. Sahasra shirsam svetam. Sahasra shirsam svetam. Pranamami patanjalim. Pranamami patanjalim. Om. Good. So that opening chant, so if you translate it, what it does is it's sort of broken down into 2 paragraphs. So the first paragraph talks about how, you know, it acknowledges that we have mental issues, right? The hardest part of yoga is more the mental practice than the physical. So in order to overcome that is we need to develop joy, right? So not taking ourselves too seriously, and that every day is a learning, right? Every challenge is a learning opportunity. And then the second paragraph tries to get ourselves to embody Patanjali. So Patanjali was a man who wrote the Yoga Sutras. And the Yoga Sutra is kind of the Bible of yoga. It sort of maps out the stages or the progression to enlightenment or nirvana or, you know, awareness, ultimate awareness, and things like that. Any questions before we start? Okay, so let's get started with the first sun salutation, Suryanamaskara B. And so we're going to move with the breath. Okay, so on an inhale, we're going to bring the arms up. We're gazing at the thumbs, tailbone reaching for the heels. Good. Exhale, folding forward. Good. Bent knee or straight legs. Inhale, gaze forward with a straight back. And we're going to prepare to jump into a high plank. So exhale, step or jump to high plank. And we're going to come to a low plank. And you can stay here with straight legs, or you can drop your knees to the floor. Up to you. Then inhale, cobra. Okay, point the toes back, chest forward and up. Exhale, downward dog. Tuck the toes, push the hands into the floor, and we're dropping the heels towards the ground. And this is sort of a resting pose, or I like to call it a reset pose. This is the time we take to become aware of our breath. We're opening our ears and listening to our breathing. So I want you to bring that tailbone towards the back wall. You're softening your neck, softening your throat. And imagine there's a pencil between your shoulder blades. And you're hugging that pencil. So we keep that chest open. Good. One more breath. And then on an inhale, we'll step or jump to the front. So both feet to the front. Good. And then we're going to do a forward fold, exhaling. And then inhale, we'll come up, palms together, arms up, gaze at your thumbs. Good. Exhale, arms by your sides. This is called samastitihi, okay, or mountain. So anytime you hear me say that, this is where we're coming, okay? Back to the root. Okay, let's do that again. Ready? So inhale, arms up, gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward, preparing. Exhale, step or jump to a high plank. Come to low plank. You can do straight legs or bent knees. Inhale, cobra. Roll the chest forward and up. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Breathe. So very important to just breathe through the nose as best as you can. Long, smooth breath. Good. And I want you to stretch your yoga mat. So nice long mat. So you got to push the hands and the heels into the floor. That's it. Good. Soft throat, soft neck. Hug the pencil between the shoulder blades. Now we're just listening to the breath. That's it. Just the breath. Good. Inhale, step or jump to the front. Both feet. Then exhale, we'll fold forward. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring your arms with you, palms together, gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, samastitihi. Good. Let's do that again. So this time I'm going to add some Sanskrit counting. Okay, so we're going to get a little bit more traditional. So, ekam, inhale, arms up. Okay, palms together, gaze at your thumbs. Dve, exhale, fold forward. Good. Trini, inhale, gaze forward. Chatvari, exhale, step or jump to a high plank. Then come to a low plank. This is called chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Good. Soften the low back. Sat, exhale, downward dog. Good. Breathe. And we're softening the neck, softening the throat. Tailbone reaching towards the back wall. Good. I'm going to count to 5. And in the background, you're listening to the breath. You're softening the body into the pose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, step or jump to the front. Good. Ashto, exhale, fold forward. Nava, inhale, all the way up. That's it. We bring the arms with us, palms together. Gaze at your thumbs. Good. Exhale, samastitihi. Arms by your sides. Let's do that again. Okay. Ekam. Inhale, arms up. Gazing at the thumbs. Dve. Exhale, fold. Very good. Treni. Inhale, gaze forward. Chatvari. Exhale, step or jump. High plank, low plank, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Good. Sat, exhale, downward dog. And breathe. So from here, I want you to count 5 of your own breaths. Okay, so now we're going to tap into practicing our awareness and concentration. So 1 breath is 1 cycle. So 1 inhale and exhale. Okay, so take your time. Count 5 breaths. That's it. Soft neck, soft throat. Good. Then when you're done, your 5th breath on an inhale, step or jump to the front. That's it. Then exhale, fold forward. Good. Nava, inhale all the way up, palms together, gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, samastitihi. Let's do that one more time. So ekam, inhale, arms up. Dve, exhale, fold. Treni, inhale, gaze forward. Chatvari, exhale. Good. Lower down, chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, cobra. Sat, exhale, downward dog. Breathing. Again, count 5 of your own breaths. Okay. And after your last breath, inhale, step or jump to the front. Good. Ashto, exhale, fold forward. And inhale all the way back up, palms together. Gaze at your thumbs. Exhale, samastitihi. Good. Easy, huh? Next we'll do is the second version, Suryanamaskara B. Okay? So we ekam, inhale, come to chair pose. Okay, make sure the tailbone is reaching towards the heel, so don't stick your bum out. Okay, you want to tuck it. Exhale, fold forward. Aim for straight legs. Treni, inhale, gaze forward. Chatvari, exhale, step or jump back to a high plank. Come to low plank, chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, cobra. Sat, exhale, downward dog. So from here, we're going to come into warrior 1. So to transition to warrior 1, we're going to squeeze the right knee towards the chest. That's it. So we're activating our core here. And then as we keep it close to the chest, transition to 3-legged plank. And then we're going to drop the right foot close to the right hand, drop the back heel, and then inhale. Arms up, palms together, gaze at your thumbs. Good. Warrior 1. Exhale, hands back down. Come to high plank, low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Let's do the other side. So we'll hug the left knee close to the chest. Come to 3-legged plank. Drop the left foot. Drop the back heel. Inhale, arms up. Gaze at your thumbs. Good. Exhale, hands back down. Plank. Low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Good. And breathe. And again, I want you to count 5 of your own breaths. Yeah, so as you keep your awareness to the counting. In the background, you're softening the body into the pose. So try not to analyze, but just soften and move into that pose. Good. So after your 5th breath, on an inhale, you'll step or jump to the front. Good. Then exhale, fold forward. Inhale. We're going to come to chair pose. That's it. Nice. Good. Deep squat. Exhale, straight leg, Samastitihi. Good. Let's try that again. So ekam, inhale, chair pose. Good. Dve, exhale, fold forward. Treni, inhale, gaze forward. Chadvari, exhale, plank. Lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Let's come into warrior 1 with the right foot. That's it. Squeeze that right knee close to the chest. Come to 3-legged plank. Drop the right foot. Drop the back heel. Inhale. That's it. Good. Exhale. Hands back down to plank. Low plank. All one breath. Inhale, cobra. Soften the low back. Exhale, downward dog. Let's do the other side with the left foot or left knee. Inhale. That's it. Squeeze the left knee close to the chest. Drop the left foot. Drop the back heel. Inhale. Arms up. Good. Exhale. Hands back down to plank. Good. Lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale. Cobra. Exhale. Downward dog. Good. Breathe. 5 breaths or 5 cycles of breathing. Good. We're just listening to the breath. After your 5th breath, you'll inhale by stepping or jumping both feet to the front. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, come back to chair pose. Bend the knees. Good. Exhale, straight legs, Samastitihi. Arms by your sides. Good. How you guys feeling? Good? Hot? Yeah, so that's the point of the sun salutation. It's supposed to warm up our muscles, warm up our joints so that we can start getting into more strength work. Okay? So we're going to start with, let's go, Padangustasana. So we ekam, inhale, jump the feet, hip distance apart. Then you're going to use your first 3 fingers. So like a claw, you're going to grab onto your big toe with the palms facing each other. Okay? So yeah, if you've got socks on, you'll probably have to take them off. That's it. So from here, we're going to glue the sides, so our ribs, onto our thighs. Okay, so you may have to bend your knees a little bit. And then on an exhale, we're going to fold forward, so straightening our legs. Okay, so do your best to try to keep those ribs close to the thighs. Okay, and the heart is trying to reach for the shins. And so we'll count 5 of your own breaths here. So an inhale and exhale is 1. Soft neck, soft throat, top of the head reaching for the floor. You're hugging the pencil between the shoulder blades. Good. And then when you're done, your 5th breath, you'll inhale. We're going to gaze forward. That's it. Then take an exhale. We'll take an extra breath. And then inhale, release the fingers, come back to Samastitihi. Good. Good. Okay. Next is Uttita Trikonasana, which is triangle pose. So we're going to grab our block. I'm going to put it on our right hand. Okay. And I'll go over here so you can see. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. Good. So ekam, inhale. We're going to step the right foot back, come into a starfish. Okay, so our toes are pointed, I guess, to the side wall. And then we're going to pivot on the heel. So we're going to pivot the right foot towards the back wall. And we're grounding the energy down the legs and into the foot. Right? So we're building our roots here. Exhale, we're going to fold over the right leg, bringing the block on the outside of the right foot. That's it. The other arm comes up. Try to keep the arms in line with each other. We're going to gaze up at the left hand. Good. Breathe here. Okay, 5 breaths. That's it. Roll the shoulders back, down the spine. We're opening our armpits, opening the chest. If you want to go a little deeper, you can try to bring the hand to the floor. That's it. Good. There we go. That's it. So always roll those shoulder blades back. Hope you guys are counting. So after your 5th breath, you're going to hold on to that block. Come back up to starfish. That's it. If you're not using a block, then you could just leave the block down. If you like the block, then you'll bring it up with you. Good. And we're going to pivot to the other side. So pivoting the left foot. That's it. Exhale, fold over the right leg. The block's going to be in the left hand if you want to use a block. That's it. Breathe. Try to keep the legs straight. So it's called triangle because our legs are making a triangle shape with the floor. So 5 counts, or 5 of your own breaths. That's it. And after your 5th breath, you'll inhale, come back up to starfish. And both feet to the front, samastitihi. That's it. Good. So we'll jump to the front, both feet, samastitihi. Good. Next is Utthita Parshvokonasana. So again, you'll step the right foot back, come into starfish. This time, make your feet a little bit wider. Okay? Good. We're going to pivot the right foot, bend the right knee 90 degrees, almost like you want to make a table or a chair on the top of the thigh. Good. Now, using your awareness, try not to look at your back foot, okay? You're going to make sure you're digging the outside of your back foot into the floor. Then exhale, fold over the right thigh, bringing the right forearm on top of the right thigh. Other arm comes at an angle. Okay, so you should feel a nice stretch along the left side of the body, all the way to the tip of the fingers. Good. Breathe. 5 of your own breath. We're just listening to the breath. Once you're done your 5th breath, inhale, come back to starfish. Good. Let's do the other side. So let's pivot the left foot, bend the left knee. Good, 90 degrees. Exhale, fold. That's it. We're gazing up at the right hand. That's it. We're focused on counting our own breath. Don't get distracted. Keep those shoulder blades rolling back, down the spine. After your 5th breath, inhale, come back to starfish. We're going to do the twist version. Okay, so we'll pivot the right foot again. That's it, bend the right knee. And this time we're going to bring our hands into prayer. And then exhale, we're going to twist. We're going to try to hug the right thigh with our left ribs. And so we're trying to bring the right knee behind the left shoulder, or the left shoulder in front of the right knee. So it's a deep twist in the low back. Now use your awareness to check in with that back foot. That back foot likes to creep up, but keep it grounded. 5 of your own breaths. So after your last breath, you'll inhale back up to starfish, or keep the hands in prayer. Let's do the other side. Pivot. Good. Hands in prayer. When you're ready, exhale, twist. That's it. So this time the right ribs wants to hug the left thigh. Five of your own breaths. After you're done, inhale back up to starfish. And nice big jump to the front, Samastitihi. Good. All right, next, let me just check the time here. Perfect. We're going to do a balancing pose. So we're going to do tree pose. So tree pose, we bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Okay. So from here, and then we'll bring our hands in prayer. Okay, and we're working on balancing. That's it. If you can do half lotus, feel free to come into half lotus. So that's bringing the right foot over the left thigh. But take whatever version you're comfortable with, but still challenge yourself. Okay, and breathe. 5 breaths. So we start now. Count 5 of your own breaths. Good. So as you're counting, you're softening the right hip. And this softens the knee down towards the ground. The right foot ends up pushing into the left thigh. Left thigh has to counteract that push. Good. Nice focus, everyone. Okay, when you're done your 5th breath, release. Let's do the other side. So left foot on the inside. Good. And we're softening the left hip socket. Breathing 5 of your own breaths. After your 5th breath, release, come to Samastitihi. Good. All right. So now we're going to do, it's called Vinyasa into Utkatasana, or Vinyasa into chair pose. But I like to call it a super sun salutation. Okay? So what we're doing is, we try to keep the class flowing. So instead of going from standing to sitting, we're going to do a sun salutation, or a different version, where we're going to kind of nicely slide into a sitting position. Okay? So we'll start again. Samastitihi, big toes touching, leave space for your heels. We're going to ekam, inhale, arms up. Gaze at your thumbs. Dve, exhale, folding forward. Now we're folding at the hip sockets. Traini, inhale, gaze forward. Jadvari, exhale, step or jump back to Chaturanga. So high plank, then low plank. Pancha, inhale, cobra. Good. Sat, exhale, downward dog. Sapta. We're going to jump the feet to the front, coming into chair pose. So bend the knees and jump. Both feet, drop the tailbone towards the floor. Suck in the lower belly. Gently pull the spine up. Breathe. 5 of your own breaths. That's it. We're just focusing on that counting, nothing else. And use that awareness to make sure your feet and toes are grounding into the floor. After you're done your 5th breath, we're going to inhale, bring the hands to the floor. Good. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank, then low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Good. Exhale, downward dog. So here we're going to come into warrior 1 again. So inhale, bring that knee close to the chest. Transition into 3-legged plank. Drop the right heel close to the right hand. Drop the left heel. Inhale, arms up. Good. Breathe. 5 of your own breaths. Good. Using your awareness, bring that knee 90 degrees. So really soften the hips down. That's it. Try to bring the palms together, gazing at your thumbs. Good. Good, good. So after your 5th breath, you'll straighten the front leg. Try to keep the arms up if you can. That's it. Then we're going to pivot to the other side, left side. That's it. Bend the left knee this time. Keep the arms up. And roll the shoulder blades back, down the spine, hugging the pencil. Good. Suck in the lower belly. Use your awareness to check in with that back foot. Good. 5 breaths. Keep counting. So after your 5th breath, we'll do warrior 2. So on an exhale, we open the chest, bring our arms out to the side. But keep the legs where they are. That's it. So it's just an arm movement here. Legs stay grounded. Gaze past the left fingertips. That's it. Suck in the lower belly, tailbone towards the floor. Breathe 5 of your own breaths. When you're done your 5th breath, straighten the front leg. And we have to do the other side. That's it. Pivoting on the heel. Come to the left side or the right side. That's it. Breathe. Almost done. Gaze past the fingers. Keep the arms up. Soft neck, soft throat. When you're done your 5th breath, on an inhale, you bring the hands to the floor in front of you. And then exhale to plank. That's it. Low plank. Inhale, cobra. Good. Exhale, downward dog. And now we get to the fun part of Ashtanga. From here, you're going to try to jump your legs through your arms, coming to sitting, okay? So you jump. That's it. Bring the legs through. So this is practice. It takes practice. It starts to wake up the core, right? Because core isn't just the surface here, but inside, deep, right? So core isn't just here, but think of the core of the body, okay? So we're going to bring our hands by our hips. Toes are flexed towards our face, so we're stretching the backs of the legs. Okay? Then we're going to ground the tailbone down into the ground, pull the spine up, and then we're going to do what's called a chin lock. So we're going to imagine that there's a small rock right behind your chin. You're going to squeeze it towards your throat. Okay? And that's going to stimulate the thyroid. And then we're going to bring that chin close to the top of the collarbone. So you should feel the skin just on top of the middle of the collarbone. Okay, and keep the grounding down and the gentle pull up. Gaze past the tip of the nose. Good. 5 of your own breaths. You can start counting now. But don't lose that suspension in the body. That's it. Keep the toes flex towards your face. And then after your fifth breath, you can grab onto your big toe with your first three fingers, or you can use a yoga strap if you can't reach your toes. Okay. Or if you don't want to use a yoga strap, you can just put your hand on your shins or your ankles. Okay. Good. So if you use a yoga strap, you're just going to want to wrap the strap around the arch. Okay. So keep the toes flexed towards your face. We're going to do a forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So exhale, fold forward. And ground the tailbone towards the floor. Soften the hip sockets. Ribs reaching for the thighs, heart reaching for the shin. Count 5 of your own breaths. Soft face, soft neck. And then once you're done your fifth breath, on an inhale, you'll just gaze forward. And then take an exhale. So from here, we're going to do what's called a vinyasa. So it's like a sun salutation, but we start from the floor. So we inhale, cross the shins, make yourself really small. Pick up your body. Exhale, jump the legs through the arms, come into plank. Yeah, practice. Low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Again, we're going to try to jump the legs through the arms. Inhale, jump. Good. All right. Let's come into Janushirasana A. So it looks like tree, right? Except we're sitting. So we bring that right foot to the inside with the left thigh. Grab onto the left foot. Okay, keep those toes flexed towards your face. Okay? And exhale, fold over the left leg. Trying to bring the belly button into the lap. Ribs reaching for the thigh, heart reaching for the shin. Keep the shoulder blades rolled back. 5 breaths. And we're softening the right hip. And once you're done your 5th breath, you'll inhale, gaze forward. Take an exhale. Inhale, switch. Okay. Switch legs, grab onto the right foot. And then exhale, fold over the right leg. Ribs are reaching for the thigh. Heart is reaching for the shin. 5 breaths. Soften the left hip. After your 5th breath, you'll inhale, gaze forward. And then we'll take an exhale. So now we'll inhale, vinyasa. Okay? So cross your shins. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, jump the legs back into plank. Low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, jump the legs through. Good. We're going to do boat pose. This is where we're going to look like a V, okay? So Navasana. So first we're going to lift our legs up. We can keep our knees bent. Bring our arms out to the side. Good. And we're balancing on the bum. Breathe. 5 breaths. That's it. Roll the shoulders back. Right there. Good. And then after your 5th breath, put the hands on the floor, cross your shins. Don't let the toes touch the floor, okay? Keep them up. Good. We're going to pick up the bum or pick up the body and then back down, okay? Again, boat pose. That's it. So while you're in this pose, you're slowly trying to bring a straight leg. So this is going to wake up your calf muscles and your shins. That's it. 5 breaths, you can do it. When you're done, you cross your shins, make yourself really small. Pick up. This is like practicing vinyasa. Again, one more. Last one. Last one. You can do it. That's it. You're gently trying to straighten your legs. You're still counting, though. Good. When you're done, cross your shins. And now we'll vinyasa. So pick up, jump the legs back, come to chaturanga, inhale, cobra, exhale, downward dog. And we're going to try to jump the legs through the arms again. So we're going to do modified bridge. So we're going to take a block. Okay, and you can experiment with the height. You can use it sort of vertical or horizontal or no block at all. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our sacrum, which is the bony part just above the bum, I guess, low back. You're going to put it here. But don't put it on the low back. Put it on the bony part, okay? So we're going to lie back. You're going to bring the heels close to you as possible, okay? You're going to roll the shoulders back. And then on an inhale, you lift the hips high enough so you can put that block right under your sacrum. Okay, so not your low back, just below the low back. Okay, and then we're going to hold this here, 5 breaths. You're counting. In the background, you're softening the spine. Softening the low back. And after your 5th breath, you just lift your hips up to remove the block. And then we're going to bring the hips back down to the floor. And we're going to do this again, but this time without a block. Okay, so now we're going to tap into more of the work part of this pose. So with your hands, you're going to lock onto your ankles. Okay, so try to keep your hands here as best as you can. Using your awareness, make sure your feet are hip distance apart. Roll the shoulders back, down the spine, and then inhale, lift the hips up as high as you can. So you want the thighs parallel with the floor. That's how high it's got to be. Good. Using your awareness, make sure your feet are grounding into the floor. That's your heels and your toes. Keep them into the floor. Good. 5 breaths. And as you keep those hips up, soften the low back. After your 5th breath, come back down. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Okay? So lock onto your ankles with your hands. Feet are hip distance apart. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. And when you're ready, inhale, lift the hips up as high as you can. Good. Soften the low back. 5 breaths. And when you're done your fifth breath, gently release towards the floor. Hug the knees. You massage your back and your spine. Roll side to side. Good. And now on an inhale, you're going to roll up to a seated forward fold. That's it. Good. So straight legs ahead. You can use a yoga strap or no strap, up to you. You're going to grab onto your foot, so side of the foot. Toes are flexed towards your face. Tailbone grounding into the floor. Gently pull the spine away from the hips. Then exhale, fold. Good. So ribs are reaching for the thighs. Heart is reaching for the shins. And you're rolling those shoulder blades back, keeping them away from the ears. And soft throat, soft neck. And so here we want to count 10 breaths, okay? So if you're at 3, continue counting past 5 to 10. That's it. Now we're gazing at the big toes. That's it. Keep counting. And the key to getting deeper is to soften. So no forcing or softening. It's letting go. Letting go of tension. And after you're done, the 10th breath, on an inhale, we gaze forward. Then take an exhale. Good. And vinyasa. Cross the legs, pick up. Jump the legs back. Plank. Low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, jump the legs through the arms. We're going to lie down for shoulder stand. Okay? So, we're going to take the block. We're going to put it between the knees. So, shoulder stand, we roll the shoulder blades down the back, keeping the chest open. And then on an inhale, we're going to swing the legs and hips up. And then bring the hands to the back right away. Okay? Once your hand is on the back, you're going to aim to bring your feet, your legs in line with your hips, and then your hips in line with your shoulders. That's it. And we're just hugging. We're hugging the block. Don't squeeze, just hug. And we're going to count 8 breaths. That's it. So 8 breaths. So you want to push the back of your upper arms into the floor, including the back of your shoulder. As you push the back of the upper arm, you soften the throat, soften the neck. Try to keep it up. So after your 8th breath, we'll come into plow pose. So we're bending at the hip sockets. Okay, aim for straight legs. Your feet are going to come behind your head. That's it. Practice, yeah. That's it. So if this is hard on your neck or shoulders, you can bend your knees. Okay? But the full expression of halasana is straight legs, toenails on the floor. Good. Breathe. 8 breaths. after your 8th breath, you're going to soften the knees and gently bring the spine to the floor. That's it. So use your hands, your arms, nice and soft. Good. And you could hug your knees if you want to massage your spine and your back, your low back. Good. Now we're going to roll up to a seated pose. That's it. And we can sit simple crossed leg, or you can do half lotus or full lotus. Okay? We're going to prepare for meditation. So we bring the thumb and index together, palms open over the knees. Okay? Tailbone is grounding into the floor. Yeah, and think about softening your hip sockets. That's it. Gently pull the spine up. Okay, and then we're going to revisit the chin lock. So we're hugging that rock behind the chin next to the throat and bring that chin right to the middle of the collarbone. And you're feeling the skin there. Gaze past the tip of the nose. And you're going to count 10 of your own breaths. So inhale, exhale is one breath. Keep that chin close to the collarbone. We're stretching that back of the neck or the upper traps. So after your 10th breath, you'll just release the neck. Release the hands and the legs. We're going to do vinyasa. Okay? So cross our legs, pick up, jump the legs back to high plank, low plank. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. And then from downward dog, you'll step or jump the feet to the front, coming into a standing forward fold. That's it. Good. Inhale, come back up. Good. Exhale, Samastitihi. So we have a closing chant. Okay? So it's Om together, calm response. And then we finish with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay? Om Swasti Prajabhyaha Swasti Prajabhyaha Paripalayantam Paripalayantam Nayena Margena Mahi Mahishaha Mahi Mahishaha Go Brahmanebhyaha Subhamastu Nityam Subhamastu Nityam Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good. So we have to do our last Suryanamaskara A. Okay? So Samastitihi, big toes touching, leave space for your heels. Ekam, inhale, arms up, palms together, gaze at your thumbs. Dve, exhale, fold forward, folding at the hips. Treni, inhale, gaze forward. Chadvari, exhale. That's it. Plank, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Sat, exhale, downward dog. And then from here, we'll jump the legs through the arms again. And we're going to lie down to Shavasana, corpse pose from here. That's it. So we'll lie down. Good. And make yourself comfortable. If you need a pillow or a blanket, just let me know. I can bring one for you. So allow yourself to close your eyes. Begin to let go of your breathing. Let go of your weight. Let go of any planning. We're going to do just a little quick meditation, so a body scan meditation. And so if you've ever heard of the term yoga nidra, yoga sleep, or yogic sleep, this is what we're doing. Okay? But we're just going to do a shorter version. And we do this after our practice to continue practicing awareness. Okay? So in yoga, we focused on moving. Now we're going to focus on being still, but our mind, our awareness is still working. So we're going to start at the feet. So bringing your awareness to the feet. Begin to relax your toes, your arches, and your heels. Relax your ankles, your shins, and your calf muscles. And continue moving your awareness up the body, relaxing your knees, your kneecaps, your thighs, and your hamstrings. Guide the awareness up the body to the hips, and relax the front, the sides, and the back of the hips. Continue moving the awareness up the body. Relax your belly button. your low back, relax your rib cage, relax your chest and your heart. Relax your shoulders and your armpits. Continue moving your awareness down the arms. Relax your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, palms, and fingers. Just guide the awareness to the neck. Relax your throat. Relax the back of the neck and the base of the skull. Let's guide the awareness to the face. Relax the jaw, the cheeks, the ears, and the nose. Relax the eyeballs, the eyebrows, the forehead, relax the scalp, the hairs, and then see if you can relax your entire skin. we'll start waking up our body. We'll bring back our breathing. Bring back our weight. We might have to bring back our mind. And you can start with small movements with the toes and the fingers. And then larger movements with the legs and the arms. And when you're ready to come back to a sitting, you can roll to one side, left or right, and then from there you can come up to a sitting. Good. How's everyone feeling? Good? Yeah? Good. Does anybody have questions? Any questions at all? No? All right. So I hope you enjoyed sort of your first taste, or maybe not first, but a taste of Ashtanga. So after this, you can decide if you want to continue practicing the style or if you want to try something else and then come back. Just as a reference to see what it's about. Feel free. So how Ashtanga works compared to other styles is there's an extra class called Mysore. So Mysore is named after the place in India called Mysore. So Patabi Joyce, who sort of developed this system, wanted to have a part of this style where you could practice on your own. Right, which is what I kind of got you to do a little bit, where you're counting your own breath. So in Mysore, you come in and you start practicing on your mat by yourself, and then I'll come around and I start giving you sort of tips, maybe ideas, advice, and we can make modifications. So it's really a chance to ask questions, because it's hard to do that when you're in a group. So it's good to just kind of get to know each other and get to know more about the practice. And then every time you come, we start adding more poses until eventually you can do the whole series by yourself. Yeah? Sounds good? No? It's challenging. And again, it's not the physical part, it's the mental part that's challenging. It's the waking up at 7 a.m., coming into class and practicing, right? But that's probably the one hurdle of many hurdles that's the hardest. If you can overcome that, anything is easy, because that's the hardest part. Right? Have a good rest of the week, everybody. Namaste.